So nobody left this bracket have they played so far. And we are going to come down to, as expected, the Joker versus Sub-Zero match. No surprise at all to me. Jetring did just play this against Osvaldo Diaz. Did very well. It was close, but did very, very well in the matchup. So is already in the right mindset. But we'll see how KingGambler does in this matchup, as we haven't seen it yet today.
Yep, absolutely. We're going to see the Joker versus... Well, we technically saw the Sub-Zero versus the Joker earlier with Osvaldo, right? But, I mean, this is literally the person that's been running Sub-Zero throughout the entire bracket. Let's see how Jetring can make do against a player like KingGambler. Also, again, two really strong players. Like, we're talking about Jetring, who's won a couple of these PlayStation Fight Nights, and we're also talking about KingGambler, who's also been just a really dark horse throughout the offline competitive.
Yeah, both of these players have won many tournaments in the past. I mean, Jetring even, I think, was one of the players winning the free trip to EVO, and KingGambler, one of the players who made top 8 at EVO. Lots of just success for both of these players, and like you mentioned, I expect it's going to be a pretty long set. I know that the hype is on, but once again, especially with KingGambler, who, by the way, is going to get a great setup there, starting loading that slide crushing blow, which we haven't really seen that much, but I feel like KingGambler is a player who is really doesn't really dominate players usually, right? Like, it's a lot about kind of like adapting to their play style, bringing it to a close game, but then finally like kind of making the right adaptations in the right moments, which is tough. It's a tough play style, but it's very mental, and that's what KingGambler is good at.
Alright, there goes that fatal blow cancel from Jetring, still getting caught in that overhead, and now KingGambler is up with the round against Jetring, playing it pretty slow, but look at the amount of damage that both of them were taking in that first round. And you can really see that they're each adapting properly, missing the opportunity to punish the whiff throw, and actually still able to get the hit confirm. I like the bit of the reset. Again, we're seeing KingGambler really try to condition opponents to sort of like back away or create this response where he'll be able to actually get the hits in that he needs to.
Yeah, or even just trying to kind of like safely testing what their responses to things are going to be. Like, we saw that reset, the last reset that Gambler went for. I think that was a bait actually on an up 3, which is not the easiest thing to bait against Joker, but that was, I think, the spacing that he was going for. Still, this is a tough spot now. Jetring's taking control. We're seeing, again, a very patient KingGambler, but now has the corner, has the fatal blow. What's the slide? I cannot believe that slide didn't punish.
I'm surprised it even went through the other side. I'm surprised that even happened.
That was very strange for sure. I guess just like one frame too early, because that felt like that was a punish to me for sure. An amazing one, may I note. But wow, let go of the fatal blow. That may have been a mistake, not actually dash canceling that, or maybe it was just a really heavy read. Regardless, that is going to be KingGambler taking game number 1, and we are on our way already to the start of a reset.
What a punish there. Very good matchup knowledge, especially considering that sometimes when you see that, it's always going to be like a little destroying, right? But a big consequence. Let's see if Jetring can clean this up and go up against KingGambler and actually adapt. We did see the adaptation when Jetring fought against Osvaldo earlier, where it was like that first game belonged completely to Osvaldo, and then it all went to Jetring.
Yeah, it was, I mean, that was just a huge, like, oh, I found an answer. I found the moment that my opponent is not ready for, and the positioning that my opponent's not ready for, and we'll just take advantage of that. But that's the thing here, is that I feel like KingGambler being such a, I almost want to say like a reactive player. Does that make sense? Do you feel what I'm getting at here, where
yes,
like,
absolutely.
he waits and he's patient and he figures his opponent out, even if he's played him before, he takes that time to figure out how they're playing today. And so I don't feel like there's any situations that he's going to be in where he's going to not have an answer eventually, and that's the scary thing. There's 2 sets here. We saw how good KingGambler is in a 3 out of 5 set. What about 2 3 out of 5 sets?
Indeed. There goes that slide going out, and look at all that damage already. Jetring losing 950 health character too, so that's not even half of like what a usual character would try to get receive from KingGambler's Sub-Zero. But there goes this throw into the forward throw as well. And we're going to see Jetring try to block here and actually apply some of that Jack-in-the-Box pressure.
Yeah, that was the corner pressure that we saw do so well in the upper bracket finals. But all right, what's the mix here? Gonna just go for the raw reset and then just checking with jabs. But yeah, that's a great way to confirm. You guarantee that's gonna be enough. That's actually a really scary spot to be in for both these characters because honestly, they do have some good combo enders. Especially Joker can get some nice sweep Oki. Both of them can, but you get Oki from that as well. So that you just did not want to be in that corner against any of these characters. But yeah, that is already coming into play.
Yep, and there goes that short hop, no punish here, as KingGambler is going to still pressure. Tongue twisters on the defense, right? Yeah. There goes the actual freeze going through, and there goes the slide.
Ooh, wow, raw projectile. That's actually kind of scary to throw out against somebody who has slide. But they were, I think, out of range, so just knowing those exact ranges on the straight projectile, it does recover pretty quickly, but still slide's always something you're going to have to be careful of. All right, here we go. Just going for the slide into dash up Oki. Oh, again! Oh, that's it. That's it. It's almost the same exact way that ended as the first game. 2-0 now for KingGambler. I can't expect that is intentional 2 times in a row. I mean, I could be wrong. That could be just a really heavy next level read from Jetring, but there's usually not that many great opportunities where you need to let go of the fatal blow. Most of the time, you're going to be basically jailing with the dash out cancel into the forward 1 anyway, or then, of course, the threat of the grab. But if you just let it go, that means that you're expecting they're going to be pressing a button. You might not even get quite as much reward from it. So I'm a little bit surprised. Not sure if there's some errors. Luckily, Jetring does have the winner's advantage. So one more win for KingGambler, and this is going to be a reset. And you can just try to forget any situations where you let fatal blow go instead of canceling it.
Wonder Chef, I blinked at my eyes and that whole match just went away.
KingGambler has found the answer, at least for right now, right? You mentioned before there's very much a chance that we do see some game 5s here, but at least initially, KingGambler for sure is found the right pacing, at least, to control all of this. I've noticed that there have been some changes as to how he's ending combos. In the last set, he was ending a lot of combos with back, like the back 3 string into the knockdown from that, which is not exactly the best Oki ender, but we're seeing a lot of like slide enders into like dash ups now. And wow, starting with the overhead, that is a Sub-Zero classic, more of a ranked Sub-Zero classic, but it connected. KingGambler, again, just kind of knowing what's going to happen.
Indeed. There goes that full screen. Ice Ball not going to be able to punish with the leap. There is a little bit of the punish on the recovery from landing, but KingGambler still getting caught by the throw. We are a little bit on the even side of the health bar, and now it's just trying to advance quickly. I have seen that this has been the map, though, for KingGambler for quite a bit. So hopefully we'll see if KingGambler can come out of this corner. It doesn't look like right now, as Jetring's going to be the one that's dominant. And look at that, 34% of just pure Joker chaos.
Yeah, but this is still one hit away, essentially. Oh, that was great patience. Gets the throw. Not only the throw to punish, but the throw back into the corner, which is super optimal. There's not a lot of really good like side switch options off of like single hits for Joker, so that was the only way I think to necessarily get KingGambler back into the corner, which is a very comfortable spot for Jetring. It looks like it's continuing to be comfortable. There is the opportunity for the Scythe, which you can make armored in that background, that interactable that you see, but you have to have the meter, and you have to be willing to spend the meter, because that is a lot for that.
Yeah, it's a very expensive interactable compared to the command grab interactable that's just right by there. Honestly, it really comes down to like that last minute opportunity, but there goes this freeze that's going to allow KingGambler to load up the ice slide. Beautiful, flawless block. And then the dash up to try to catch Jetring off guard, but the reversal throw, able to throw KingGambler back into this corner. The flawless block on the Jack in the Box, beautiful, but here it is, that cancel off of the fatal blow, and this is going to be damage. Central has to break away. You were going to get caught. Oh no, the forward throw!
Oh, very nice. Jet Ring getting on the board. Now, there was actually some really nice mind games right there. I have to point that out. We did see that really late breakaway from KingGambler because there was an attempt there, I believe, to break away from, I think it may have been standing 4 into the boxing glove. But if that had been broken away, and that was exactly what we did end up seeing, then we would have seen a punish because I think you can actually just get up and get the full combo punish on that. So KingGambler was really smart in trying to go for that situation, but Jet Ring, on the other hand, said, you know, I feel like you're going to break away. I'm just going to go for the jab string. I'm going to play a little bit safer, get a little bit less damage if there is no breakaway, but in the end there was. So some really intense mind games that can happen in Mortal Kombat 11, even while somebody's getting comboed.
Indeed, and now we're back in. This is going to be 2-1, so KingGambler has been sitting pretty comfortably, right? Very close to that bracket reset, whereas it's Jet Ring that, okay, do I really want to go to a bracket reset, or do I want to try to finish this properly? And we'll see if we're going to go into the Game 5. I did mention to you, Wonder Chef, these are players that I definitely expect to go for Game 5, for sure.
I agree with you. That would not be even a little bit surprising to me. Ooh, nice tech. The kind of a weird little mid-screen throw right there. Not one that usually people are going to be like looking for. So really nice stuff. And of course, guessing the right direction. But here we go. This is time for KingGambler. Oh, actually, I didn't even realize. Switching to the Rising Ice, the Creeping Ice off the table. Wow, that is so rare to actually get that as an armor-breaking crunching blow. But hey, we take those. What a round so far.
That was incredible. That was a great call out. One of the few armor breaks that's actually very difficult to hit, and you still got it. That's perfect and a great opportunity for KingGambler. So close to be resetting this bracket.
Yeah, that is extremely rare. The amount of times that I've actually seen that used as an armor breaker actually connecting is probably less than 3 in tournament matches. So incredible. And again, one match away from, one round away here from the reset bracket. Jet Ring now, though, has the corner positioning, which was we've seen basically every single win so far in the set is just bullying in the corner. Same thing we saw with the Osvaldo Diaz set earlier. It's just about the fact that we do see some kind of stubby normals from Sub-Zero. Not the easiest thing to poke out of this situation, not the easiest thing to get some space, but hey, that's a good start. Oh, the slide getting blown up, literally.
Oh, the jump in. This is perfect for KingGambler, getting the side switch and actually foiling the full string. Now, bringing out the space to try to throw out another ice ball and catch Jet Ring off guard. Beautiful, flawless block off of the jump kick on the leap, but Jet Ring able to get the down two, and now this round belongs to Jet Ring.
Oh, all right. Jet Ring saying, I'm not going to go down this easily, but sometimes, you know, if you're this close to a reset, it actually can be kind of a negative to, like, show off all of your tricks and all of your, like, kind of adaptations before the reset, because, like, you know, if Jet Ring wins another here, then KingGambler wins one, then that might be a lot of tricks that are now off the table, especially with Joker, who literally likes to play tricks on you. But, I mean, so far, it's not necessarily tricks, it's just all corner pressure. KingGambler, like I said, falling into the same trap as Osvaldo Diaz, but there we go. That's an amazing time to poke out of that, and seeing there's no defensive bar, that's going to be a good amount of damage. The late breakaway to challenge, and that's going to be maybe it, actually. Is this amplified into down to enough? No, I'm sorry. You can't even get that off of that. Too many hits.
Yeah, there's just too many hits to juggle. It's almost like feel like a little bit of a waste on that second boxing glove if you're not getting those down twos, but here we see that Jack in the Box is going to go through. Pressure on KingGambler. Look at all of that chip just kind of like narrowly avoided as well. That's kind of crazy. But there we go, Jet Ring. We're going to Game 5, Wonder Chef.
Hey, your prediction has come true already. And, you know, we were talking about how good of an, adapter, I guess. That's a weird way to put that. But how good at adaptation KingGambler is. But Jet Ring is the one who looked like they were really playing from their back foot in the beginning of this set, and now has won 2 games straight to tie things up. It is on KingGambler now to make that final adaptation. We've seen the clutch power of KingGambler, but, you know, from what was looking like a pretty quick reset into a more serious post-reset set, this is now looking like, hold on a minute, KingGambler has to fight for his life and then win another 3 games. How can he get out of this corner? That's the big question. If we do see it happen, I do expect that your prediction may be correct, though, that we could see the double Game 5. We're already halfway there.
Oh, definitely expect it. But of course, you have to initiate that bracket reset, right? This is, of course, KingGambler, who's, I would say, probably the best at clutching things out. And this is also JetRing, who's also just as strong. It's like two concurrent powers just going at each other, and it is truly like, how do you cancel each other out?
I don't know. Yeah, it's like the unstoppable force versus the unstoppable force. It's nobody even talks about what happens when those two things meet. But already nice. Anticipating a breakaway right there potentially. That down two is guaranteed after that first launch. So really good stuff so far. But this is going to be a potential side switch. No, actually going for the attempt to bait a breakaway as well. Both of these players expecting the breakaway, neither one falling for the trap.
Indeed. And a bit of back and forth right now. Both players trying to get that opening that they want. There goes that overhead. And here it is for KingGambler. That first round goes to him.
Very nice. Yeah, guaranteeing that once again, using that creeping ice. So one more round, and this is going to be a reset bracket. We're back down to 0-0. This has been a pretty fast tournament, but these two wanted to keep going, which is I'm all for. This has been a really good set as well, as we've had a lot of really good sets so far today. But JetRing is the one who's going to be looking for that corner. Now, playing in this mid-screen, I just feel like it's been such a huge advantage for KingGambler overall. And the fact that we haven't really even seen the corner all that much in this final game means that it's been KingGambler's game to lose. But right now, JetRing slowly pushing further the corner. This is back to where he wants to be.
Yep, there goes that down two off of the breakaway. And right now, JetRing playing the defensive game as much as possible. Gets out of the corner. Great blocks here from the actual ice balls. And there goes this jack-in-the-box pressure. And gonna end it with that string on the low, but still not enough damage to really be too scared about. This is where you definitely want to get KingGambler out of that Fatal Blow territory and just seal this round here, which you are going to be able. Final game before any potential bracket reset.
Final round, game 5 for your reset. JetRing wins this. They're your tournament champion. KingGambler wins this. They managed to reset the entire bracket, and we start again. But the positioning already is looking so good for JetRing, just based on what we've seen so far. Immediately, KingGambler needs to find an answer out of this corner, but the anti-air now baited the dash forward, baited the jump. JetRing seems to be in full control, but there we go. When all else fails, go for the overhead. Isn't that right?
Down one. Oh, not going to be able to wake up fully, and actually going to get the jump and no hit confirmed, but there we go. KingGambler not going to be able to throw tech it, and actually now stuck here with the jack-in-a-box amped pressure. Another jack-in-a-box, and another throw off of the reversal where it is getting closer, but once you give Sub-Zero that fatal blow, it is comeback city that could happen. So JetRing has to be careful here, has to make sure KingGambler does not get any sort of hit, but there it goes! No!
Oh, is that enough? Wait. I actually don't know. This is a close one. It's either going to be enough or it's going to be enough to at least get that chip. I think this might be it.
It's enough, Wonder Chef.
It is! The bracket reset. You said it so perfectly. You were like, oh no, you get KingGambler down into that exact amount of life, and the fatal blows on the table. And especially, there was no defensive bar. It was the full damage of choosing the rising ice over the creeping ice, and that was enough to be a gigantic combo. And we are being reset. We are going back to 0-0.